Archangel Michael says, something was orchestrated behind your back, and tonight, the curtain is finally lifting. A deep betrayal was sealed long ago by someone you once laughed with, trusted with secrets, and called family. This friend knew your innocence, but they chose to trade your name for their survival. The air shifted the moment they walked away from you the last time. Their silence wasn't forgetfulness, it was calculation, and now the setup is active. Your life has been under spiritual and emotional pressure, and you didn't even realize why, but tonight, this message breaks the chains they placed in shadows. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The force behind their betrayal was never random. It was fueled by envy disguised as concern. This friend you once helped through tough times thought you would always shine brighter, and they couldn't bear it. So they whispered to people in places of power, putting your name into situations where your presence never existed. Archangel Michael says, the truth about you was twisted and sold like a weapon. They made you the fall person for something you didn't do, knowing no one would question them. They used old photos, conversations, and twisted words to paint you as the mastermind of something evil. But heaven kept the original script, and that's why you are reading this now. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You were framed not because of weakness, but because your presence carries light that disturbed their demons. They needed you out of the way to rise in circles they could never enter while you stood tall beside them. A meeting took place in secret, a gathering where your name was written down and passed between greedy fingers. They even rehearsed lines to say about you if questioned, crafting a false narrative with rehearsed emotions. You've wondered why certain people stopped calling, why doors stopped opening, why strange messages reached you. It was because the setup was already unfolding, slowly, carefully, like poison in your water. Now it has reached a point where the next step must be stopped. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Someone close to them grew a conscience recently. This person tried to reach out to you anonymously, through indirect signs and untraceable alerts. You might have noticed strange calls, unknown numbers, or odd looks from people you barely know. That's because this guilt-ridden witness knows time is running out for you to know the full truth. They saw the entire plot, but they fear speaking up because they know the depth of the lie. Still, heaven is guiding them to break the silence and bring the original betrayal to light. You are being pulled into a moment of justice through divine intervention. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Someone even signed your name on a document that could link you to an event you never attended. That signature may appear real, but heaven will send an expert to expose the forgery. An old friend is watching your progress from afar with dread now because they know truth is a storm heading their way. They tried to smile in recent public places, but internally they are trembling. They were told by someone spiritually gifted that what they did to you will come back sevenfold. This is why they are suddenly becoming quiet, distant, and paranoid. But Archangel Michael says, their silence will not protect them anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They underestimated the power of your prayers and the innocence of your soul. They assumed that because you stayed quiet, you were unaware. But you were being preserved by divine intelligence, not ignorance. Soon, the same forces they manipulated will turn on them. You may hear of a legal issue, public exposure, or someone losing their job, connected directly to this lie. Do not be alarmed when their circle begins to crumble. This is the price of touching a chosen one. Type Amen to get blessing 444. One of the scariest parts is that this betrayal was planned over a year ago. Back when you were too busy healing, they were plotting. While you were stepping into light, they were organizing your downfall. They used your kindness and compassion as a shield to hide behind. They told others you would never find out because you are too soft-hearted. But they forgot the universe always sends warnings to those who are being wrongly targeted, and you're now receiving yours in full clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 777. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. A message was deleted before it reached you. Someone tried to forward you screenshots of the discussions your old friend had about you, but it never got delivered. Heaven intercepted that digital attempt because the right time had not yet come, but now, the time is activated. Your name is about to be spoken in a place of truth and healing. You won't need to fight or explain much, someone else is about to do it for you. Someone who witnessed everything and has finally decided they can't carry the guilt. Type Amen to get blessing 121. They remember how you stood for them when no one else did. Now they see the injustice and want to undo the damage before karma does it violently. They are preparing to make a phone call or write a statement to clear your name. A strange number may call you soon. You might feel unsure whether to pick up, but your spirit will feel drawn to it. That's the moment the chain of exposure begins. The voice on the other end will reveal what was hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 606. The setup your old friend orchestrated is falling apart, and panic is rising in their eyes. They are now reaching out to others, trying to change the narrative again. But it's too late, Archangel Michael says, the wheels of divine truth are in motion. You will hear things that make your hands shake, but also bring you freedom. You will cry tears of both anger and relief. Because everything you felt but couldn't explain is finally being confirmed. And justice is a whisper away. Type Amen to get blessing 717. They are about to be confronted by someone who has legal power. This confrontation will be done gently at first, but soon escalate when their lies crumble. Their reactions will be recorded, and your innocence will be placed in front of witnesses. The people who believe them will start feeling ashamed. Some will quietly distance themselves from your old friend, others will seek your forgiveness without even explaining their absence. Your silence all this time will speak louder than any defense. Type Amen to get blessing 383. Heaven was testing their loyalty and your endurance at the same time. Now the test is ending and rewards are being released. You will notice your sleep getting deeper, your skin glowing again, and blessings flowing with no resistance, all because the energy that was stolen from you is returning double. Even your finances will shift, because there was a spiritual blockage caused by their actions. You will be surprised by sudden payments, calls from unknown investors, or people wanting to support you. It's not random, it's divine payback. Type Amen to get blessing 244. They will try one last time to reach you before their exposure. They may act like they just miss you, or ask if you're angry. That moment is not for you to respond emotionally, but to listen carefully. Their words will tell you all you need to know. If they mention something too specific or detailed, know they were the source. Do not argue, just let silence hold the weight, because Archangel Michael says, their own words will betray them. Type Amen to get Blessing 101. Every lie they told about you will start unraveling publicly. There will be an unexpected cancellation, a digital leak, or a message thread accidentally forwarded. People who once cheered for your downfall will now look at you with silent apology. The one who set you up will be isolated by their own actions. It may not happen in one single day, but the process has already begun. Each moment from now, their reality will shake as yours rebuilds in light. This is how divine justice works. It restores without revenge. Type Amen to get Blessing 303. So don't panic when things start falling into place unexpectedly. A big opportunity will be placed in front of you soon to clear your public name. This may come through a project, an event, or even a spiritual platform. People will recognize you not just for your talents, but for your purity. They will feel drawn to your story of endurance and truth. You will become a voice that proves innocence has its own power. And you will rise higher than ever before. Type Amen to get Blessing 424. The ones who believe the false story will begin regretting their silence. One of them will send you a message starting with, "I had no idea." It may not be an apology, but it will be a silent cry of remorse, and that's when you'll realize, the pain had a purpose. The betrayal pushed you into a spiritual realm where only the protected survive. Your light is now purified through fire, and your destiny is no longer tied to traitors. You are moving toward your divine path. Type Amen to get Blessing 939. They did it because they didn't think you would have the strength to make it. They did it because your goodness made them feel exposed. But now, they are the ones exposed. And you, child of truth, are being lifted by divine hands into a future they will never touch. Your story will inspire others to hold on, even when falsely accused. You will be known not for what they said, but for how you rose. This is your redemption season. Type Amen to get Blessing 111. Your name is being written in heavenly records as someone who did not retaliate when falsely accused. Because of your silence, patience, and tears in secret, you have gained favor with divine beings. Archangel Michael says, the reward will not only restore your name but will build a fortress around your future. This is why you're about to see sudden movement in areas of your life that have been stuck. A gate is opening in a direction you never thought possible before this moment. The divine knows the heaviness of carrying a name slandered by betrayal. But you are being crowned with something far more powerful, truth and restoration. Type Amen to get Blessing 616. There is a list with names that was kept hidden. Your name was added to it without your permission, and it was intended to blacklist you spiritually and professionally. But that list has just been destroyed by unseen forces assigned to protect you. What was written in that list is now replaced with a new decree. Chosen, redeemed, elevated. Those who tried to bury your name will now see it on invitations, contracts, and headlines. You are not just being vindicated, you are being launched. And those who set the trap are being left behind, lost in the weight of their own deception. Type Amen to get Blessing 535. Expect dreams to become more vivid and revealing in the coming days. You may begin to see symbols, people, and even words that guide you to the truth. This is not imagination, it's spiritual guidance pushing you into awareness. Someone will speak your name in a room full of opportunity. At the same moment, the person who set you up will feel a spiritual strike in their conscience. They will know their time is over, because heaven is not mocked. Type Amen to get blessing 828. The one who betrayed you thought they were clever, they studied your behavior, mirrored your kindness, and used your words to twist your reality. But they could not duplicate your soul. The divine fingerprint on your life is too unique to copy. Now, even their attempts to imitate you are failing. People are beginning to notice the original from the counterfeit. You are being recognized not for perfection, but for purity. Type Amen to get blessing 373. This setup was meant to cause your destruction, but it became your promotion. Had they not betrayed you, you would not have discovered the power that now surrounds you. Their falsehood forced you into truth, and now truth is your weapon. You will walk into rooms with a glow people can't explain. There will be a spiritual fragrance around you, and even your silence will command respect, because heaven's authority will rest on you like armor. No setup can survive in the presence of divine revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 909. You may notice certain people trying to re-enter your life. Be watchful, for some of them are returning not to apologize, but to collect more information. Protect your energy and remain quiet when necessary. Let your actions speak louder than their words. Let your elevation become your response. You are not responsible for explaining what God is doing. Just walk forward and allow heaven to document your journey. Type Amen to get blessing 717. The old friend who did this may face public embarrassment. Their reputation will collapse faster than it rose. They'll begin losing influence, opportunities, and even loyal friends. They will wonder why everything is crumbling, but they will remember you. They will remember the choice they made to trade truth for personal gain. And they will feel the weight of that decision for years to come. Type Amen to get blessing 636. They had time to fix it. They had moments when the universe sent signs urging them to confess, but instead of releasing you from the lie, they added to it. They even convinced others to avoid you, creating a false image of who you are. But light cannot be hidden for long, and now, your light is blinding their darkness. You are rising because no weapon formed against you will stand. Type Amen to get blessing 181. Expect a shift in location soon. You may find yourself drawn to leave a place, a job, or a social circle. It will feel scary, but it's protection. Where you're going, their lies can't follow. The divine is repositioning you where favor flows freely. You will start meeting people who see your worth without you having to prove it. It's a new territory, clean, clear, and divinely prepared. Type Amen to get blessing 292. This is not the end of your story, this is the beginning of your unveiling. What they meant to break you is birthing a version of you even you didn't know existed. Stronger, sharper, and more radiant. You're about to receive invitations to places your enemies swore you'd never access. The very rooms they tried to lock you out of will welcome you with honor. And your name will be spoken in celebration, not accusation. Because truth is eternal, type Amen to get blessing 121. Archangel Michael says, the forces assigned to protect you have surrounded your life with divine light. No force, spell, or manipulation will succeed from this point forward. Heaven has activated your rescue, and it cannot be reversed. You will start noticing sudden clarity in your thoughts. Confusion will fade, replaced by boldness and divine strategy. You will know what to say, when to move, and who to trust. Because your spiritual eyes are now open. Type Amen to get blessing 484. You are about to receive proof of the betrayal. Whether through messages, recordings, or witness confessions, evidence will come to you. Do not chase it, it will find you at the right moment. When it arrives, let your response be guided by peace. You won't need revenge, truth will serve justice better than rage. You are walking into a season where God speaks louder than your words, and your silence will be louder than any lie. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They underestimated who you really are. You're not just a kind soul, you are a chosen one with heavenly backing. You carry a lineage of protection and promise that cannot be stopped. That's why you survived the setup, that's why your spirit didn't break. That's why blessings are still chasing you, despite everything. You are unbreakable because you are divinely designed. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Every tear you shed was noticed. Every prayer you whispered in confusion was recorded. Every time you chose peace over retaliation, heaven took note. Now it's your time. Time for your name to be restored, time for your table to be prepared in the presence of those who betrayed you. Time for your innocence to shine like gold through fire. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You were not set up for destruction. You were set up to be shown off by the divine. Your enemies wrote the first act, but God is writing the final chapter, and in this ending, you walk away untouched. Free. Blessed, and higher than ever before. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Now the heavens are aligning every unseen force to fight for your name. The lies that were whispered behind your back are now being shouted in truth without your effort. You've moved past the point of defense, now, you are in the season of divine presentation. Your story will be told, not as a tale of betrayal, but as a testimony of glory. Those who left you when the story turned dark will return when they see the light upon you. But you will not be the same person they tried to destroy. You will be transformed by grace, dressed in dignity, and standing taller than they imagined. Type Amen to get blessing 747. The documents they tampered with are under spiritual investigation now. The one who forged your name will tremble when the truth comes knocking. You may not even need to press charges, justice will handle it in unexpected ways. They will be visited by loss, delay, and exposure in their personal path. Because the universe always balances energy, you poured kindness, and they poured venom. Now you are reaping miracles while they reap consequence. Type Amen to get blessing 636. A spiritual gate is opening over your family, breaking every curse that came through this betrayal. You are not the only one who will feel the shift, your loved ones will begin to flourish as well. This is because the energy that was draining your house is being removed permanently. You will feel lighter. You will notice that even pets and children around you are more joyful. This is how you know the spiritual air has changed, because when betrayal is removed, peace returns. Type Amen to get blessing 151. This experience taught you things no teacher could. You learned to trust your intuition when words sounded sweet but intentions were sour. You learned to walk in silence while the noise of lies tried to drown you. But you emerged wiser, stronger, and more protected. your instincts are now sharper than ever. And you will never again be trapped in the web of a fake friend. Because the setup birthed a warrior in you. Type Amen to get blessing 313. The same people who watched you be falsely accused are watching you rise. Some are clapping out of guilt, others are still hiding behind silence, hoping you never find out their part in it. But your focus is no longer on exposing anyone. Your energy is now reserved for building, expanding, and thriving. Let the truth handle what the tongue cannot fix. Your peace is your power. Type Amen to get blessing 171. There's a reason you're being shown this message now. It's because the next 24 to 72 hours will bring a spiritual confirmation of all you've read. Something small will happen, a phone call, a random text, or an overheard comment, that will be your sign. Don't ignore it. That moment will unlock clarity and prepare you for the larger truth. Heaven is signaling you to remain alert. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Archangel Michael says, the person who tried to set you up is about to be publicly humbled. You don't have to lift a finger. They are being confronted by divine light that sees all and reveals all. The path ahead of you is finally clean from their shadows. Walk boldly, for no more traps lie ahead. Heaven has cleared the land where your destiny will grow. You are now untouchable in spirit and shielded in the physical. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Expect an invitation soon. Someone who once doubted you is about to reintroduce you to a room you were removed from. Not only will you be welcomed back, you'll be honored in a higher position. The false reports are being burned by truth. The slander is being silenced by facts. The people who turned away will now look to you for guidance. That's how powerfully you're being restored. Type Amen to get blessing 484. Your next chapter is not about revenge, it's about legacy. You will inspire others who've been falsely accused to hold on just a little longer. Your testimony will be their light in darkness. You will not need to explain every detail. You will simply live your truth and let your peace speak. You are no longer the wounded soul. They tried to break you, but now you've become unshakable. You are God's masterpiece in motion. Type Amen to get blessing 303. So take a breath right now. Feel the release happening in your chest as this word enters your spirit. That weight you carried is not yours anymore. Let it go, let them go. Let the outcome unfold in favor of your light. You are free. Type Amen to get blessing 626. The betrayal was real, but so is your breakthrough. The plot was intentional, but so is your protection. Their force was strong, but your calling is stronger. Your hands are clean, and your soul is favored. The delay they caused is being replaced by acceleration. Everything they tried to take from you is being returned multiplied. That is how divine justice moves. Type Amen to get blessing 717. They may still be pretending nothing happened. But their spirit is disturbed, and their dreams are haunted by what they did to you. They are being confronted nightly by visions of your rising. This is why they've grown silent lately. This is why they are avoiding eye contact and changing routines. They feel the shift happening, even if they don't understand it, and they can no longer run from the consequences. Type Amen to get blessing 343. Soon, a major truth will be spoken by someone you never expected. this person has remained neutral for too long. But something inside them is changing. They are about to speak up in your favor and open a door you thought was locked forever. This moment will feel surreal, you may even cry. Not because of pain, but because your name is being healed in public. Heaven is not just restoring, it is rewriting the narrative completely. Type Amen to get blessing 505. No more fear. No more overthinking, no more waiting for justice. It is here. It is active, it is surrounding you even now. You are stepping into a season where everything stolen is returned, and everything broken is restored. Type Amen to get blessing 999, the pain will make sense soon. The distance from that friend is now a blessing. Because had they stayed close, they would have continued sabotaging you silently. Now you are awakened. You are armored with truth. You are destined for peace that cannot be disturbed. This chapter closes with you still standing, victorious. Type Amen to get blessing 444. This message is not coincidence, it is confirmation. You were not crazy. You were not paranoid. You were not weak, you were targeted because of your light, but protected because of your purpose. You will now walk into your calling like a storm of grace. People will say they knew you'd make it, but only you and God know the truth, that you were set up to fail, but chosen to rise. And now, no one can stop what's already written in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The woman who came between you and your partner is keeping a secret you were never meant to find out. Archangel Michael says, a shadow has been walking close to your life without you realizing how deep her roots go. She came quietly, like a whisper at night, threading herself between you and the one you love. This is not a coincidence, this is part of a plan meant to destroy your peace from the inside out. There is a secret she holds, a truth locked behind silence, tears, and fake smiles. The woman who stood between you and your partner never intended for you to know what she knows, and yet, the walls she built around this secret are now crumbling, and truth is trying to leak into the light. She carries guilt in her eyes, but she hides it well behind charm and false kindness. What she has done is not just betrayal, it's deception that carries consequences beyond what you feel today. You need to be prepared because what she had could change the way you see everything around you. There were nights your partner behaved oddly, saying less, avoiding your gaze, keeping the phone face down. The signs were there, but love can be blind when you want to believe. But now, truth is kicking down doors and you must not ignore the signs anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You are chosen to receive this message now because time is no longer in her favor. She is beginning to feel the fire of her own deception. And her fear is rising. She knows her lies are now exposed to divine energy. Archangel Michael says the energy around your home has been disrupted since her presence was felt. Even if you never saw her directly, her influence has sat heavily in your home like a curse waiting to break peace. You may have felt it. Sudden arguments, misunderstandings, distance without explanation. She promised someone she would never let the truth come to light, but something happened that night when your partner left for a few hours without answering your calls. That was the night she panicked because something slipped, something was said she never meant for him to hear. There's a reason you've been waking at odd hours. feeling unsettled or anxious without knowing why. The angels have been trying to send you signals, through dreams, songs, numbers, and random people repeating the same phrases. Now, the message must be delivered clearly. Type Amen to get blessing 444. There was a letter. A written confession. But it was torn apart before it reached you. That's how close you were to the truth being revealed. She thought by destroying the letter, she destroyed your chance of ever knowing what she did. But energy leaves trails, and her guilt is like smoke that cannot be contained in a bottle. Her lies are rotting from the inside and the stench is about to reach you. You have crossed paths with her before. Not once, not twice. But your soul didn't recognize her because of the mask she wore. She smiles in public, but whispers privately. Her voice has reached the ears of those you thought were on your side. The reason your partner changed wasn't because of you, it was because of what she fed them. She used emotional manipulation to convince them of things that were never true. She made it sound like you were the villain in your own story. Type Amen to get blessing 535. There's a place your partner visited that you didn't know about. A cafe, a hotel lobby, or a quiet park bench. It was their meeting spot, where she spoke her poison, drop by drop. But someone saw them, someone who will soon come forward with what they witnessed. That person will appear suddenly. Not as a dramatic arrival, but in casual conversation. Listen carefully. They will mention something that will chill your spine, a date, a place, or a strange expression that will confirm what your spirit already suspected. Archangel Michael says the truth will not hurt as much as being lied to again. That's why he's intervening now. You're strong enough to see the truth, and this message is your armor. You might start remembering things that didn't make sense before. Words that were off. Things that were hidden in plain sight. She underestimated your ability to piece it together. Type Amen to get blessing 616. Your love story isn't over, it's at a breaking point where it can either be destroyed or reborn. The truth coming to light is necessary for healing to happen. You deserve peace, not the false comfort of not knowing. She knew your partner when you didn't even know she existed. It wasn't an accident. She timed her entry carefully, using vulnerability as her doorway. She waited for a weak moment, a silence between you and your partner. The things she knows are not just random secrets, they're things she was never meant to know. Your private pain, your insecurities. Your old wounds. Someone told her those things, and she used them against you. There's a photo she kept. A moment capture that could tear things apart if revealed. But what she didn't realize is that the photo is a trap. Not for you, but for her. Someone else has a copy, and they're ready to use it. Type Amen to get blessing 707. She will try one last time to reach out, through someone else. A fake apology might come. A request to meet. A story that tries to play victim. Do not fall for it. You are being protected now. Everything is being revealed in divine order. The angels are not just whispering, they're acting. Shields have been placed around your mind and spirit. This woman's secret is tied to an incident from a long time ago. It's not just about you, it's about what she did to someone else too. This pattern of destruction follows her. But you are the one she couldn't fully break. Archangel Michael says the breaking point will come during a conversation that feels like déjà vu. You will feel it in your chest, a sensation that you've heard it all before. That's when you'll know you're standing in the center of the storm's truth. Type Amen to get blessing 818. She made a promise to herself never to let you win. That's why she interfered in your connection. She saw something in your relationship that reminded her of something she lost. And instead of healing, she chose sabotage. You are not crazy. You're not overthinking. Your spirit has been picking up what your eyes couldn't see. And now your clarity is finally sharpening. Your partner will start to act strange again, this time not because of lies, but because the truth is now burdening their chest. They feel you pulling away, not because of hatred, but because you now know something is wrong. She will try to run before everything explodes, but her footsteps are being followed by divine justice. Every lie spoken is being measured, and every fake tear is being weighed. Type Amen to get blessing 939. She was warned once before not to interfere in love she didn't create. But she ignored that warning. Now the cost is coming, and you will be the witness of her fall. There's an audio recording somewhere. It hasn't surfaced yet, but it holds the evidence of what she said about you behind closed doors. You'll hear your name in it, and it will feel surreal. But it will also be your moment of confirmation that you were never imagining things. What's been hidden will be revealed not with chaos, but with divine order. You don't have to fight dirty. You are being backed by angelic energy. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Soon you will notice shifts. Your partner will ask more questions, trying to measure your awareness. Don't expose all at once. Let them reveal what they know first. Be calm. The angels are working. Their timing is flawless. Her secret has started to dissolve the mask she wore for so long. She thought truth could be buried under gossip. But truth has roots that grow in silence. The harvest is now. And when the moment comes, your reaction will shock everyone. You won't scream. You won't beg. You will rise. Type Amen to get blessing 1001, and that rise will be her final undoing. Because she fed on your pain. She bloomed in your absence. But she can no longer feed off you. Your peace is returning. Your clarity is anchoring, your spirit is healing. You are not broken, you are reborn. Archangel Michael says. Watch the days ahead. She will trip over her own words. She will try to fix what cannot be undone. You will know when it happens. The energy will shift. The air around you will feel lighter. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. You are loved by higher forces. Protected by truth, watched by angels. Her secret is her prison now. Let the truth rise. Let the healing begin. Let the past dissolve in divine light. You survived what was sent to destroy you, and now, your elevation begins. Her hands are trembling now, not from regret, but from fear of exposure. The very thing she swore to keep hidden is now leaking into conversations, whispers, and sudden glances from people who once stood silent. She thought she could control every angle, every word, but divine timing is never on her side. She tried to make you look small so she could feel tall. She pretended to be a friend or someone harmless, but her intentions were always layered with envy. There were days she celebrated your pain when no one was watching. Those are the days the universe recorded everything. A voice will speak your name this week in an unexpected place. The person may not know the whole truth, but their sentence will be the final piece of your puzzle. You are not just being guided, you are being aligned. Her secret involves more than just emotional betrayal. There is something financial, spiritual, and physical tied to what she's hiding. What she did could have long-term consequences, but now the karmic gates are opening. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. You may feel overwhelmed when the truth fully reaches you, but do not fear it. The truth does not come to destroy you. It comes to clean the fog so you can walk with power again. She used your silence as a weapon against you. She said things in rooms you weren't invited into. But her voice carried lies that are now returning to her in the form of disconnection and loss. Someone she trusted has already betrayed her. They're tired of holding her poison. They're leaking pieces of the truth through their behavior, their absence, and their subtle expressions. You will see someone distancing from her soon. That's the person who will hold the key to confirm everything. Do not chase, watch. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The woman who came between you and your partner is drowning in a sea of spiritual unrest. Every mirror she looks into reminds her of who she has become. Every night she tries to sleep, she sees your face, not as a victim, but as the one who survived her. Your strength shook her more than your silence ever did. She cannot understand how you still rise, how you still carry grace, how you are still breathing peace. Because she tried to rob you of all that. There is a photo she once showed someone, pretending it was innocent, but it held deeper meaning. She used it to stir jealousy, to stir emotion. But what she didn't know is that someone kept a copy. That photo will make its way back to you, not because you searched for it, but because the universe needs you to see what was happening when you were told nothing was. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Prepare your soul now. What's coming next is not meant to break you, it is meant to awaken you. You'll no longer guess who she is, you'll know. Your intuition was never wrong. You were simply surrounded by liars who painted themselves as protectors, but now, the fog is clearing and truth is taking form. She is starting to feel the distance between herself and your partner. She is starting to lose the grip she once had. Her attempts to control the narrative are unraveling quickly. Archangel Michael says, the energy is shifting and you are being separated from every lie that tried to wrap itself around your life. The angelic realm is cutting soul ties and false connections that no longer serve your path. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. You might start crying unexpectedly soon. Let the tears fall. That is not pain, that's release. You are purging her energy out of your system. There's an item in your home that carries of their betrayal. You may not realize it now, but the moment you touch it again, your spirit will remember. You will be guided to remove it. There's a scent, a voice, or a background song that might trigger a moment of deep clarity soon. Let it happen. These are signs given to you to move toward healing. You've been too forgiving of energies that never respected your love. This time, your silence won't be surrender, it will be your weapon. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. She cannot steal what is meant to rise again. She may have delayed your joy, but she cannot deny your destiny. The universe is already making space for restoration. Her mask will fall in public. Not dramatically, but silently. People will begin to see what you saw, and they will shift their loyalty without needing an explanation from you. Let go of the need to explain yourself. Those who need to know the truth will be shown it, and those who still support her were never meant to walk into your next chapter. Your peace is non-negotiable now. Your aura is too strong for low energy to survive. Your boundaries are becoming a wall of divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. She is going to try again, one last attempt. Maybe through a message, maybe through a coincidental meeting. But this time, you will be immune to her energy. The part of you that once craved closure now realizes you don't need it from someone who never wanted to give it honestly. Your closure comes from truth. And truth is finally standing beside you. Watch for 3 people stepping away from her in the coming days. It will be quiet. But it will be the unraveling of the empire of lies she built. Your partner may finally confess, not out of courage, but because the guilt is too loud now. When that moment comes, hold your power, not your anger. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Forgiveness doesn't mean welcoming someone back. It means releasing the grip their actions had on your peace. You are not bitter. You are blessed. This woman's time of hiding is over. The angels are clearing the stage, and she's being exposed from all sides. And you won't even need to raise your voice. You may hear people speaking of you with admiration again, people who once judged you. They're beginning to see you weren't the problem. You were the light she tried to dim. Your name is being cleaned. Your energy is being restored. Your dignity is being returned to you. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Archangel Michael says, you are not being broken, you are being remade. The fire you walked through didn't consume you, it purified you. She didn't expect your rise. She counted on you staying in the shadows. But she underestimated who you truly are. Your soul has scars, but those scars are now symbols of survival. You are a walking testimony, not of betrayal, but of rebirth. Soon, there will be peace where there was pain, clarity where there was confusion, and joy where she planted despair. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Let this be your moment of power. Let the truth not scare you, but lift you. Let your spirit stand in full strength. You are no longer just surviving, you are reclaiming. Every step she tried to take from you, you are taking back. The angels have drawn a line. Her access is revoked. Your light is protected. This secret she held is no longer her shield. It's her mirror. And she will see what she did, not to you, but to herself. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. You will sleep better now. Your body will feel lighter. The energetic poison she fed into your life has been removed. You will look in the mirror and recognize yourself again. Not the broken version she tried to mold, but the divine force you've always been. You are loved, watched, protected, elevated. And she? She is now only a lesson you had to learn to step into your divine glow. Her time is up, the strings she once pulled are now tangled around her own feet. Everything she tried to control is slipping, and her desperation is becoming visible in every move she makes. People around her are starting to distance themselves. Not because they were warned, but because her energy is too heavy to carry anymore. The lies she whispered about you are now haunting her. And those who once listened are now listening to something much louder, truth. There is someone watching her fall from a distance. This person once admired her. But now, they are seeing her for who she truly is. And they are silently shifting their alliance toward you. Archangel Michael says, the storm she created is now centered above her. Every drop of chaos she poured into your life is returning back tenfold. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. Don't be surprised if you receive an apology soon, not from her lips, but from someone who supported her. They didn't know the whole truth. But now, they do. They will come to you seeking forgiveness. You will not need to defend yourself. Everything is unfolding in divine clarity. The truth is your sword now, and the silence you held on to is your shield. She never expected divine intervention. She thought everything could be handled by deceit and manipulation, but what she didn't understand is, God always moves when the heart has been wounded unfairly. You've suffered silently. You've cried in rooms where no one could see you. You've prayed without words, only tears. And now, those prayers have formed a spiritual storm. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Your partner is feeling the shift too. The confusion they once lived in is clearing. They're starting to see her for who she is. They are beginning to remember how peaceful life felt before she came in. You may notice changes in their body language. Hesitations, longer stares. Uneasy silences. These are signs that guilt is awakening inside them. They never meant to hurt you this way. But they were manipulated. Deceived, coaxed into trusting the wrong voice in their weakest moment. And now, they are coming back toward the truth, you. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. She is trying to hold on to everything she stole, attention, trust, connection, but it's all falling apart. Because what is built on lies never lasts. There is a place she fears going back to. A place where she told too many lies. A place where someone now holds a piece of evidence that could destroy her carefully crafted illusion. Soon, that place will come back into her life, not as a memory, but as a mirror, and what she sees will shake her spirit. You don't have to do anything but stand still and let truth speak louder than revenge ever could. Divine order is active. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. There are photos, screenshots, and recordings hidden in a forgotten device or cloud folder. They were meant to be deleted. But angels don't let destruction hide forever. These files are waiting to be found. They won't find their way into your hands through force. They'll come by accident or what looks like accident but is divine orchestration. You will see something that puts everything into place. You'll finally understand how long she was in the picture and why things started changing when they did. Your partner may even be shocked by how deep it went. They were being used as a tool in her secret game. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Someone close to her is tired. They were part of her lies once. But they no longer want to carry the burden of deception. They will be the one to speak when the time is right. It may come as a passing comment or a sudden message, but it will be enough to open the door to full exposure. She's trying to silence them with fear, with guilt, with false kindness, but truth is louder now. And nothing she does can stop what is already written. Archangel Michael says, let her unravel herself. You don't need to confront her. Her own actions are doing all the exposing. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. You are entering a new timeline now. One where peace is real. One where you wake up without questioning your worth. One where love is honest again. You were never the weak one. You were the one with enough strength to hold love when it was under attack, and now, your reward is coming. Don't return to the past once the truth is revealed. Let it burn. Let it collapse. Let it turn to ash. Because what rises from those ashes will be a stronger, wiser, and divinely protected version of you. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. She will try one last thing. A story that makes her the victim. She'll twist her words, hoping to find someone who still listens, but the room is already empty. The attention she used to receive is now gone. She'll feel the silence. She'll feel the disconnection. And for the first time, she'll sit in the loneliness she tried to send your way. You will see her again, not by force, but by fate. She'll avoid your eyes. She'll lower her head. Not from shame, but because your light now blinds her. She'll finally see you as you were all along, the one she could never break. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. And that realization will be her true punishment, because while you heal, she will remain stuck in a cycle of her own creation. Let go now. Let everything fall where it must. You are walking into a season where nothing fate can enter. No more pretending. No more guessing, no more doubting. The angels have wiped the glass clean. And what's on the other side is your peace, your clarity, and your freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. Archangel Michael says, you were not meant to be destroyed. You were meant to be tested so your power could rise. The woman who came between you and your partner will never have peace again, not because you cursed her, but because her choices cursed themselves. She played with fire. But you? You walk with divine flame now. Her secret is no longer hidden. Her truth is no longer buried. And your victory is no longer delayed. Your healing is the final chapter. The rest is silence.